we've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on a giant screen with the few colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading
It's
about.
showtime, folks. Enjoy the show.
We're delighted to have you with us. The Drive-in Theater.
You'll find something to please you to add to your evening's enjoyment.
Is pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
What's up, boys and girls? Ho, ho, ho. Garbage day! We are...
Garbage day!
We are here firing off stuff with another week worth of Drive-in Speakerbox for you guys. It's Monday night. It's 8 o'clock Central Standard Time here in the Drive-in Speakerbox studios. It's the last episode of the Speakerbox until Christmas, which is what, Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
this Christmas is Friday? Yeah,
man.
This Friday is Christmas. That's what I meant.
This Christmas is Friday.
Yeah, garbage day.
That's right. So, yeah, welcome, everybody. We already got some folks over in the chat saying hey to Velvet Santa. Ho, ho, ho. We're dressed alike this year. Although this is not velvet. This is just cheap costume fabric. I always feel like, because I sometimes, well, most times around the holidays, I just kind of look like a disheveled homeless person, and I always put on the Santa suit, particularly this Santa suit, because it's really old and some of the fur is a little bit yellowed. And I always feel like Dan Aykroyd from Trading Places.
Yes, exactly. That was what I was thinking. Pockets full of shrimp
and smoked salmon and
just an entire half of a fish. Yeah.
Well, and it's one of those traditions that we weren't able to have this year. Is every year I would do a holiday Christmas trivia, and I would adorn the Santa outfit, and more often than not I would become belligerent by the end of it, and the Dan Aykroyd Santa came to life year after year, bringing joy to those that had to put up with me for a few hours. But not this year, So, hola, Gabriela.
I recall a year when you had food in your pockets of your Santa outfit.
Just 1 year?
Hey, Gabby.
So sending some shout-outs there.
There's one in particular.
Velvet Santa says, I watched Johnny Mnemonic for the first time. Every movie needs a street prophet, Dolph Lundgren. Yes, they do, everybody. That movie's pretty good. It oddly, when it came out, it did not age well the weekend it came out, but like 20 years later, it has aged fantastically. So yeah, it was good stuff. Lodge Web over on Twitch says Jake doesn't like pocket food.
Hey, now that's if you do it since it's Christmas vacation. If you do it like in Vegas vacation, where Eddie had the system lining his pockets and filling all of his pockets up with the buffet food.
Hey, my Nana, she used to bring Ziploc baggies in her purse to the buffet. We had this one buffet that we would go to, and they had really good cinnamon rolls. So Nana would always bring baggies, and she would go to the thing and get extra cinnamon rolls, and she'd wrap them in a napkin and put them in the plastic bags.
Was it Luby's? Was it Ryan's?
No, because Luby's wasn't all you can eat. Luby's was still it was a cafeteria, but you had to go.
Style, yeah.
And Ryan's only developed the all-you-can-eat buffet later in their existence, because they were kind of like a Western Sizzlin' sort of situation.
Western Sizzlin' has a buffet?
Western Sizzlin' I don't think exists anymore, dude. I think COVID destroyed Western Sizzlin'. No. Or was it the Sizzler? I don't know.
That's fine.
Something that sizzles fizzled, and the fizzling Sizzler. But anyway, this is the Drive-in Speakerbox. For those of you just now tuning in, you're listening to the podcast, or you're maybe watching the Facebook, the Twitch, or the YouTube live stream. I'm your host, Bo, the boom operator.
And I'm Jake the Grip.
And Velvet Santa says they miss ponchos. I don't want to go ahead and assume that that's a Mexican restaurant, but I think I've eaten at a Poncho's, and I think it is a Mexican restaurant. We used to have an El Chico here, speaking of chain Mexican restaurants.
I think not a buffet.
Not a buffet.
But if they would have put them rolls when they did the honey butter on a buffet, I would have just done that.
Did El Chico have honey butter rolls?
At one point in time, yeah.
El Chico?
Yeah, bro.
Like the Mexican restaurant?
Yeah.
What?
It was a thing.
Okay.
for real. They did away with it, but it was a thing.
I remember, if we're just going down memory lane of
We're
restaurants.
supposed to talk about movies, but we generally end up talking about food.
Because 2020 hasn't had any movies worth talking about. But like Casa Bonita was always a fun one. That was all you can eat, but they'd bring it to your table and you'd raise the little flags and they'd bring you more enchiladas or whatever the hell you were eating.
Never had the opportunity.
That was one in Tulsa, which is just,
Cartman's.
down the road a piece. And cross the borderlands in Oklahoma, where
I'm not gonna drive to Tulsa just to get food.
I'm not gonna drive to Tulsa.
Yeah, I did eat at the what's that Lucha Libre theme restaurant that they have there in Tulsa downtown?
Pretty dope.
It's cool. Yeah, they do wrestling while you eat, and then they have a
nothing says hunger like dudes in spandex underpants with strapped masks that are bulging skin out from their head meat and sweaty wrestling maneuvers. You're just like,
it's just a real quick thing, and
tamales.
There's a schedule. They only do it every now and then, and they also do like a charitable donation run 4K whatever thing. Everyone's in the mask, and
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Velvet Santa says, I'm about to go grab a Shiner holiday cheer.
Gross.
Well, hey, cheers to drinking beers at the holidays. It is.
Cheers to drinking beers.
'Tis the season. It's the most wonderful time for a beer. Whatever it is you're drinking, we're drinking too.
You know what I wish they still had, because I've been telling several people about it and they need it, is the those old the sodas, the Jones sodas, the holiday flavored sodas, the Jones Thanksgiving and the Christmas. Turns out that was like a limited time thing that they didn't do forever, and unfortunately you can't get the like the roast beef and turkey and the mashed potatoes and gravy flavored sodas anymore.
Well, shucks. I can't say I'm real upset about that. I do remember Jones Soda because I worked at Hastings years ago. One of my earlier jobs, and Jones Soda was like, that was the only place you could get Jones Soda, and I remember it being disgusting and way too sweet, and I could never drink it because it was just like all these nuclear like colors, and I was when
the mall had like a little convenience store between the arcade and the restaurants at the food court. There was like a little convenience store thing. They sold it, and you could get all the nasty flavors of Jones Soda you could handle.
Whatever happened to Jones? I don't know. Well, anyway, speaking of movies, there's a movie coming out in theaters this weekend, you guys. It's the first big blockbuster release to hit a theater in 9 months. Almost an entire calendar year. We're getting Wonder Woman 84 coming into the theaters. A lot of people already speculating that this is going to be the coffin nail for theaters because it didn't perform very well overseas.
Yeah, it's already been released overseas. It's grossed in its opening weekend total across every country it was released in: China, Japan, Brazil, several others, 38.5 million total. The China market was only 18.8 of that. And they're like, this is not going to be good.
Maybe they just didn't want to watch Wonder Woman. Maybe they got
true.
tired of watching previews of like, here's nostalgic 80s stuff that only Americans would like. And, it's like, how does it feel to be like completely bombarded with advertisement for almost an entire calendar year?
More than a year, because it was supposed to be released a year ago. And they... Actually, the Chinese box office isn't doing great for anything. A homegrown movie for them, The Rescue, grossed $36 million on its opening weekend. Far more than Wonder Woman, but not anywhere near what they were hoping to for that movie. So a lot of the people are saying that it's not going to work out in the theaters and HBO. But I wonder how much of it is because they know that it's going to be available streaming.
I think that's a part of it, man. I think people are just going to wait.
Because they know, why wait? It comes out same day here.
And, why spend $10 per ticket for 5 of your people when you can pay $40 to see it, save $10 to watch it in the comfort of your own home?
Doesn't even cost $40. It's like $10 for HBO. 14, something like that.
Damn. Al says he's so pissed about the Dune delay. You and me both.
Yeah. Well, and part of that, too, is the director fighting back on WB. And the worst part on that is that is... or not WB. It is WB.
Warner Brothers, yeah.
Part of that too is that's only the first half of the movie. So what's going to happen with the second half?
I don't know
if we have this many problems with the first half.
I don't know, but so A24. Speaking of movies that are getting pushed back into theaters, what is the Green Knight? I think is the name of this movie. Was it Dev Patel? I think is in this movie. Anyway, it's A24, and anything they've been putting out, I've been really digging. But they said nope, we're not going to put this on VOD. We're going to wait, and we're going to put this in the theater, just like John Carpenter did with the Halloween, the sequel to the. Sequel, reboot, whatever the hell, the invigorating of the franchise. Carpenter's like, nope, I'm going to wait to put it in theaters because that's where it belongs. Like these studios, these directors, I applaud you guys for sticking to your guns and helping support those theaters because, as they talked about, I guess it was literally today, maybe last night, pretty late, part of the stimulus bill package or whatever that I don't want to get too political and talk about it, but I think $15 billion of it is for, what did they say, movie theaters and live event venues, which is a pretty wide net. Yeah, it said, let's see, entertainment business will get the first federal financial boost since the $2 trillion stimulus package the Senate passed in March, which included a $454 billion loan guarantee fund for businesses struggling in economic blowback, yada, 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 yada. But they're putting aside another $15 billion. It is earmarked specifically for live event venues, independent movie theaters, and cultural institutions, which is a lot of places. That is a lot of places.
There's 4,200 movie theaters or so, right? Something, we'll say, 4,200 to 4,500 movie theaters total. But how many live music venues and places are there? There's a lot.
Well, it also says it expands the eligibility of the Paycheck Protection Program to include local TV and radio broadcasters as well as newspapers, which is not a market that should have even gotten close to being damaged or hurt by a pandemic because TV stations can still TV, radio broadcasters, it's still just nerds like us in a box by themselves broadcasting radio.
There's only one nerd here.
Also newspapers, which have been dying anyway. Like you can still am I going to get my news from this subscription-based service that's already delivered to my door touch-free? Like, get out of here. Those shouldn't be eligible for this crap. And don't get me started on PPP eligibility and all the producer's probably going to chime in here any minute with libertarian stuff and be like, yeah.
5,500 pages. I'm just going to leave it at that.
5,500 pages of stuff they know no one's going to look at.
And the congressmen people in Congress have not been able to really read through it like they do anyways.
It's impossible. It's just paragraphs and paragraphs of legalese that's just CYA padding of words and words and words and words to drown in until you find enough loopholes to where the people that have time to pay somebody to read 5,500 pages can actually benefit from it. But anyway, theaters are struggling. Go see a movie. You know what my family's doing on Christmas Day?
I do, yeah.
I know, because you're supposed to be there.
Me and my family are going to be there, yeah.
That's right. So we rented a whole theater for our families, and we're going to go watch Scrooged on the big screen. That's what we're doing on Christmas Day.
I've never seen Scrooged in the movie, and at the end of the movie, he talks to a theatrical audience, has you sing along and all that stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be pretty cool.
Plus, you get to see Carol Kane just beat the absolute shit out of Bill Murray.
I would love to go see.
20 minutes.
That's true. That's true. I can't wait to see that. I would also love to see Clue in the theater, where they just choose one of the endings, just like they did in the original release of Clue, where there was like 3 different endings, and you didn't know which ending you were gonna get in the theater. That's dope. And now it's like the DVD. Oh, you can watch all 4, and it's like, well, that's not fun.
Well, and I don't like that they say, but this is how it really happened, because it could have been any of them. Al said he can't wait to get loopholed out of that stimulus for the live music stuff. You know what? I saw someone post, since it is Christmas, they said that the stimulus that everyone's getting now, this new one, the $600 and all of this, is the equivalent of Clark Griswold getting a year-long membership to the Jelly of the Month Club.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just waiting for someone to go off on the whole
He's like,
rant.
I want to get Congress and the Senate right here tonight. I want them brought in from their happy holiday slumber over there in Washington, D.C. with all those other rich idiots, and I want them brought right here with a big ribbon on them's head, and I want to look straight in the eyes, and I want to tell them that they're cheap, lying, no good, rotten, foul, four-flushing, low-life, snake-licking, dirt-eating, inbred, overstuffed, ignorant, blood-sucking, dog-kissing, brainless, dickless, hopeless, heartless, fat-ass, bug-eyed, stiff-legged, spotty-lipped, worm-headed sack of monkey shit that they are. Hallelujah. Holy shit.
Where's the Tylenol?
And I think that's very appropriate.
Yeah.
And I
a
think
lot of people Clark Griswolding.
I think everyone deserves a little Clark Griswolding these days. You know, I can think of a few Arkansas state legislators that I wouldn't mind giving a piece of my mind.
Meanwhile, while everyone's opening up that stimulus and seeing it's that Jelly of the Month club, you got all these buttholes being Cousin Eddie in the background. That's the gift that keeps on giving right there. Just friggin' idiots. Shitter's full.
Mm-hmm. Well, the shitter is indeed full. 2020 has been filling it left and right. We're on the home stretch, though. The new year is upon us. I mean, we probably won't do our worst of 2020 because there hasn't just...
The list would be every movie that was actually released.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be here next week. It's the 28th. We'll have one more show before the 2021, and who knows what's going to happen.
You know what the number one movie in America is right now? It toppled The Croods just barely by 0.2 million.
I don't know. What is
Monster Hunter. And its weekend gross was $2.2 million.
Oh my god!
The Croods made like $2 million, and that's your number one movie.
Oh my god!
With a weekend box office take.
Who keeps going and seeing The Croods? Like,
I mean, it's like a family movie.
I know,
that's
but
always it has Nick Cage.
Elf is in theaters right now. I figured Elf would have done better because everybody loves Elf.
Everyone's seen it a million times.
Polar Express. I mean, that's pretty holiday, right? You know, I mean, people go see that.
Tom Hanks can only bring in so many people.
I mean,
it's old CG.
I mean, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacations almost brought $1 million in its run back in theaters this month. Muppet Christmas Carol got a re-release, and it made about $100,000.
Oh, I would go watch that. But we're going to watch Scrooge. No,
yeah.
I can only watch so much Christmas Carol, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of Muppets, did you hear about the Muppet Night Football thing that they're going to do on ESPN, where it's going to be like Kermit and Piggy, like sports broadcasting, and like I think Fozzie's going to be out on the field, and
is Fozzie going to be one of the referees?
God, I hope.
And are they going to have they're going to give Gonzo the ball, he's going to get tackled, and
I think it's going to be actual football though. I don't think it's going to be Muppets playing football. I think they're going to be common.
You've totally lost all of my interest now.
I mean, same, but I only.
What are the old men? Stadler and Waldorf.
And Waldorf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to be there in like a rich person box?
Anywhere that Stadler and Waldorf are, my heart is there because those dudes are my spirit guides. Velvet Santa says, "Have y'all watched the new Stand?"
I don't think it's out yet, is it?
I don't know. I have not.
It's a CBS All Access exclusive.
Oh God.
And it has Whoopi Goldberg in it.
I know. I really want to see it. I'm all about it, but it's like it's behind paywall number 74, and I'm like,
I honestly have no interest in having CBS All Access. As much as we talk about Star Trek on the show, and as big of a Star Trek fan as I am, I have no interest in Discovery. I heard that Picard is not super rad. Also, it's available on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever. I can just go buy it.
Picard is already.
Mm-hmm. Oh. You can go buy it like $15 for the season. And that's cheaper than paying for CBS All Access, which I have no other interest in, period, whatsoever. And Star Treks are all available on other streaming services, or I've seen them.
For now.
I've seen them all where you're like, oh, dude, guess what episode I saw? And you say like 3 words. I'm like, oh, you mean the one where this entire plot happens?
Shaka when the walls fell. I'll just watch that one again.
Yeah, so CBS All Access, like, I don't need more NCIS in my life.
Yow!
Was that CBS?
I don't know.
Is
that not NCIS?
No.
What is that? What was that one?
That was
CSI.
Yeah.
CSI. Acronym. Anyway, speaking of new movies coming out only on streaming, tomorrow is the release of the Coming to America 2 trailer.
To America.
Yep, there's a sequel that was supposed to be theatrically released, but Amazon scooped it up, and it's becoming an Amazon original. I think it's going to be...
That worked for Borat.
It did, and it's going to come out, I want to say, in March 5th. It's when which will mark almost 1 year of coronavirus pandemic affecting everything in the United States. Wow. Whoa! Not to quote Joey Lawrence, but there you go.
Where's my Lawrence Brothers TV show reboot sequel? Remember that where it was like a show just about the Lawrence brothers?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Whoa! Nobody wanted to see that.
Everyone did. It ran for several seasons.
Did it really?
Yeah.
God, you people.
There were 3 or 4 of the brothers, and they were all in it. And
you people and the things that you'll watch. Your content.
Dude, talking about in all these streaming services, bad news for all those Lizzie McGuire fans out there.
What happened to Lizzie?
It got scrapped. That project got scrapped. The original creator left it. Hilary Duff tried to move it to Hulu, but Disney was like, there's no way that's happening, so they shut the whole project down.
Is there like a real big Lizzie McGuire, is that one of those things that they're out there demanding?
We would have to go ask younger people than us.
They're like, what's a Lizzie McGuire? And they're like, is that an app? And
yeah, but it had Louis Skolnick in it, one of the Carradines. What's his name? The guy that played Lewis from Revenge of the Nerds.
Did you hear that Revenge of the Nerds are getting rebooted as well?
No, I hate that. I don't like that.
From the Lucas brothers. They're set to do a Revenge of the Nerds reboot.
No, they're going
along with a Night Court reboot.
They're
if
going
you guys are wanting to know about
that.
movies.
How can you do that without Bull?
I mean, or anybody in that show.
Is Harry? I mean, yeah. Are they going to have Harry in it?
I don't know. I don't know the answers to these questions. I just know it's going to be a reboot.
Robert Carradine. Thank you, Velvet Santa.
Yeah.
Was Hilary Duff your first crush, Bo?
Me?
I feel like we're too old for that.
No. Yeah. No. I mean, my first crush. Gosh, my first TV crush. I don't know. It'd probably have to be like.
Boner from
MTV's Jenny McCarthy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because at the heyday of Jenny McCarthy MTV, like 90s MTV, she was like super hot, but also pretty hilarious. And I was about that. Yeah, and I think she was on like chilling with the Wheeze on one like spring break, and I was like, dude, 2 favorite things, Jenny McCarthy and the Wheeze. All right, dude.
Velvet Santa said Candice Bergen was theirs.
Candice Bergen, or Jennifer Connelly, I'd say goes farther back than that.
Yeah,
like Jennifer Connelly.
I'm there with that.
Yeah.
Candice Bergen was a pretty good looking lady when she was young, in a whole bunch of movies and stuff like that. But no, this Revenge of the Nerds thing, those the comedians, the twins, the brothers, they're supposed to star in it. They're not making the movie. They're like starring.
I said they're supposed to write and lead.
Well, I didn't know they were being given writing credit now. I'd seen someone was the director, but that's trash, and I hate it. I don't like that. Because how are you going to have clap your hands, everybody, and everybody just clap your hands. Boop, 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 boop. All right.
That's right. You got it this time. Yeah. I was wondering. I was going to go for it, but I was like, I'm going to see if Jake knows.
How are you going to do that without Ogre and Booger and Jefferson
and Poindexter?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you can't make fun of people like that anymore, and the stereotypes don't exist, and none of it's okay. So all that fun is gone, man. You can't have.
Demon Shader 74 says, miss the good old days of MTV actually playing music. Truth. And speaking of MTV and music videos, you remember a few episodes back, this is a couple months ago, I was like, I want to revisit Beavis and Butthead, and I bought like the first season, and they're not showing the music videos because of the rights problem. And I was like, well, it's not Beavis and Butthead without seeing music videos. And did you also hear that this week the original animator of Beavis and Butthead died this week?
Oh, bummer.
Yeah.
You know what? If we're doing MTV stuff,
not Mike Judge, by the way, he was just the creator, not the animator.
Underneath your Dan Aykroyd attire, you have Kiss Christmas, and I'm rocking Trans-Siberian Orchestra because it's the only Christmas thing that I have, we should just do Headbangers Ball right here.
Dude,
Me and you, Headbangers Ball.
We
and
would get hit with copyright infringements.
We can
so
call
close.
it something else, though. We can just do that style show.
I mean,
I'll be like D. Snyder.
are you going to sharpen your teeth?
No.
And then
What?
are you going to
That's
go
not
up
a
against
thing.
Congress?
It's not a thing that he did. That
he
second one
did.
is he did go up against Congress. Yeah.
He did sharpen his teeth.
No.
I thought he did.
No.
Somebody look this up. Somebody out there, and did D. Snyder sharpen his teeth?
No.
I want to say that he did. And then
No, that was the thing that killed Twisted Sister, was the Congress thing and all of that stuff. Him going and testifying in front of Tipper Gore and
I remember that. I
the
remember all
Washington wives and all that horse shit, is because it ruined their image. Because everyone thought Twisted Sister was twisted, and they were like super badasses, and they did stuff like sharpen their teeth and get crazy and all this stuff. But all of that was just like fans wanting them to be wild. But in real life, they found out that D. Snyder was like a really dedicated dad and family man, and that everyone in the band was totally wholesome. And they're like, man, that's not cool. They don't do drugs and get wild and sharpen their teeth and do just like insane stuff. I'm not a fan anymore, bro. So that's what killed Twisted Sister, unfortunately, was that
He did sharpen his teeth, but then he put caps on them.
I don't know about
Even on his, I was looking on his Twitter, somebody asked him in 2017, was like, hey, what was the deal on your teeth? Around Come On and Play, they were filed down, but did you get sick of it? And he said, my wife found them, well, let's say uncomfortable. I decided to keep the wife and cap the teeth. And so there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I beat you in some hair metal trivia? Oh, look at that right there. I'm way more metal than Jake.
Hey. We're not going to take that.
Well, I don't know. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. Who's wearing a metal T-shirt and then dropping metal facts? That's Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
That's not metal.
Oh, what?
No,
Bro,
dude.
okay, listen, I'm going to tell you a story about this.
Uh-huh.
So a really good friend wanted me to go watch this concert. And I was like, screw that. Christmas music, I hate it. I've had to hear it on the radio a million times. It's the worst. I can't sit through a whole thing like that. And finally, I agreed to go after like weeks of being asked to go to it. And then when we get there were 4 of us. I was the most amped dude there. It was the best. And the band leader, was in Sabotage, and they just shredded, and everything was like cranes and friggin' fireworks and lightning going all over the place. It was sick. It was like being at a Kiss concert.
Except for it was Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah, it was dope. I had the best time, and they shredded.
Do we have cricket soundboard?
Dude, forget you, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's one of the cooler concerts.
Oh, I
sure.
believe it was a pretty cool concert. I mean,
Like,
I've seen some cool concerts in Branson
Album
too,
wise,
man.
it was in Tulsa.
You know,
Album wise, Trans-Siberian Orchestra kind of blows, but live, it's metal as can be. It's super rad.
Okay.
All right, dude.
I'm the most metal in the room, guys. Yow! Let's see. Velvet Santa asks, did you see Iron Maiden in Tulsa?
No, I didn't. No.
I did not either. Guy says, why would you not see Trans-Siberian?
Exactly. It's the best. It's super cool. If they come around again, me and you are going to have to go. I will take you. I will convert you over to realizing that, like,
So,
in concert, they're
I think
super rad.
If we're trading Trans-Siberian Orchestra stories, I have one from the holidays, and we used to have this kind of open door Christmas at my family's house. And several years ago, back when my family lived up here in Northwest Arkansas, we would have just random families come over and hang out, and one of them family that would come, whose name I'm going to omit just so my mom doesn't get mad at me in case she watches this or listens to the podcast. One of these neighbors, who I don't think she likes that much anymore anyway, so he brought the DVD of Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas whatever, and puts it in the DVD player, right? And he plays it on like repeat. It's like, okay, it went through once. I was like, tight. And then I put in something else. And then he like went over, pulled what I put out, and put Trans-Siberian Orchestra back in and hit it again. So it was number 2. And then when it was over, I took it out and put something else in. And then he kept doing this over and over and over. And it played like 5 times that night. I was so mad. I wanted to destroy that DVD. And ever since then, I get like PTSD when I think about Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
That's what I'm saying. Like on the radio and stuff, totally bogus. I hate it. I can't stand it. But live, it's something else.
And I'm just like, okay, I got it. God.
No. You know what? Y'all wanted that picture of me as a Ninja Turtle so bad. You
Yeah, that was
claiming
supposed to be
that
for
you're
Christmas.
way more metal. We need to find the picture of me standing in front of the of Judas Priest about to take the stage, and I'm just the most metal.
Or how about
dude
the
you've
picture
ever
of
seen.
me catching Tommy Lee's drumstick?
Was there a picture of that?
It's me holding it right there, being like, yeah, in front of the stage, being like,
Or what about-
And I'm like, so much more metal than Jake.
No. What
And
about
then-
me when we snuck in to the Kiss concert? We made it after a long journey.
Mm-hmm.
You got whooped up on because of Stretch Armstrong or whatever, and Peter Criss tosses his drumstick, and I just reach up out of the crowd and I grab it, and mission accomplished, journey complete, and it changed our lives forever. What about that?
You caught Peter Griss's what? No, I don't remember that part.
Yeah, dude, it happened. It's all on movie film.
I'm like Detroit Rock City.
Yeah.
You're just living out the plot of Detroit Rock City.
Yeah, bro.
Oh man. Well, still more metal than Jake. Anyway, moving on. It's Christmas, right? And I was just thinking about this. I got a present. Jake already gave me his present, which was helping me fix my door handle on my car. But
It's an important present.
but I didn't have any wrapping paper up here, so I just wrapped your present in a shirt, which is also part of a present. So, yeah. So there it
What?
is. Well, you got to describe it for those people that are listening to the podcast.
Dude, it is Cowboy Worf and Alexander. And I like that Worf is fully painted and detailed, and Alexander, they're just like, I'm making brown, who cares?
Yeah.
From, what was it? What was the episode of Fistful of Datas was the episode. Yeah, where you have evil Western Data and you have big old Sheriff Worf. Oh, is there a cowboy Deanna Troy to go along with it?
I don't think so. But I thought this was so appropriate because you're into
There
like cowboy
is.
mustache stuff. Oh, there is.
There is a cowboy Deanna Troy.
Oh, shoot. Now I know what you're getting next year. But you like Worf and you like cowboys and cowboy facial hair. So I was like, well, I think that seemed appropriate.
No, that's the coolest because Alexander talks him into going into the holodeck and he hates it. But then he finds out being in the Old West is super badass. And Worf is like Mr. Big Time Sheriff.
Fistful of Worf. That just
Yeah.
sounds dirty. And then since last year you gave me a tacky T-shirt, which was the Baby Yoda shirt, I thought I would also give you a 2020 appropriate T-shirt.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
In memory of my social life. Is that a thing that I ever had? Is that a...
Well, there's the tombstone for it to go along with the Star Trek action figure.
Well, cool,
I thought they were
man.
both appropriate.
Yeah, Cowboy Worf rules.
Yeah, man.
That's super cool, bro.
Yeah, cheers, dude.
Thanks, man.
Ba-ba.
How about that?
Which reminds me, we got to finish up our Advent calendar.
We do. We have all sorts of other toys.
The Gremlins Advent calendar, which we've been opening up each week in the month of December for all of our I guess it's not an Advent calendar, as somebody have said. It's a countdown calendar for those of you that don't believe in Advent. But let's just call it what it is. We'll get our packet of goose lime out of the way. Last week, we ended on day 17, and we're just going to go through the rest of them because we're not going to be here until, or I guess it goes all the way to the 31st. So we can, what are they counting down to?
New Year?
Yes, yeah, I guess so. We're just going to do this week's. So I'm going to open up number 18, and I got this weird. Oh, it's Commando Gizmo, where he's
From
got
Gremlins 2?
I guess he's got
It
like
has
the
Gremlins 2?
look. It's got his little red headband. Is that?
Yeah, Rambo Gizmo.
I'm confused by
Where he
this.
takes like the rubber bands and the twig and he kills he sets the spider gremlin on fire in the vents.
Yeah, dude. Vince asks, Timmy says, "Oh, happy Christmas, y'all." Yeah, happy Christmas. Vince says, "Let's count down those gremlins."
Oh, it is, dude. There is Gremlins too.
Oh, did we get? Oh, I guess they. Ooh.
No, it's cool. It's a double. It's a
break it?
2-piece. No, it's a 2-piecer, so it stands up
It's
because there's electricity
Whoa,
gremlin.
we're getting into Gremlins 2 territory because I guess they ran out of toys. So, there is a pretty good possibility we'll get the full-on female gremlin in this.
The one that does the sex to Lex Luthor's dad from Smallville.
Yes.
What other movies was he in?
Vince says, "Are you guys still doing the worst of the year? Just holding up a sign that says 2020." Yeah, we kind of covered that in the beginning of the show. There's not a whole lot of movies that really came out worth messing with. So I don't know if we're gonna do that or not.
Since we talked about your tradition of being Santa, Booch said that it's good to see you as your
In the suit.
yeah.
There it is. Hey, happy holidays there, Booch. Miss your face, buddy. What do we got here? This is another stripe. This is a stripe with the red mohawk. I think we're full on into Gremlins 2 territory if you want to get number 21 there.
Oh, 21.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, it's the acid bath gremlin.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew. When it comes out, that was like the
skeleton of a
scariest
gremlin.
part where it's like coming out of the fountain and be like, and that was super, super nasty.
Does that mean there's a Hulk Hogan action figure in here somewhere if it's going into Gremlins 2
I hope
for
so.
the movie theater?
I hope so. All right, 22. Here we go. 22 is just another regular. It's just a regular ass gremlin. Come on, man. They got lightning gremlin. They got spider gremlin. They could. Come on.
You have to fill the theater somehow, though.
Yeah. Vince says worse than the acid guy in RoboCop. No, that was pretty awful. But I was also wasn't a child.
When he gets hit with it. It's a doofy gremlin.
Oh, the dumb one that's like oh.
You can't. It can't. It doesn't.
We don't have a
want to
close-up
focus.
can.
Yeah, but he's all cross-eyed and doofy, and he has hair to one side, like a dingus.
Yeah, the dingus part. Everybody has the dingus
There you
part. All right. So we got 24. Let's see here. We got little Santa hat Gizmo. Little Santa hat Gizmo.
Don't we have?
We got a Gremlins action figure over there.
Yeah, it's right back there. It's a Santa hat.
Is it Santa hat Gizmo?
Yeah, behind the big sequin Santa hat.
Yeah. I'll put him back in here. Here we go. All right. 24. You want to do 25?
Oh, I get
for Christmas. You get Christmas.
I get the Christmas.
Yeah, it's right here because 26 kind of is in a weird spot.
All right, here we go. Oh, Christmas is an evil, full-blown stripe.
Oh, is that the one
Santa.
that kills Dick? What's his face? He's driving the snowblower. Yeah, I think he was. And he's like, and he straight up murks that dude.
That sounds just like the gremlin laugh. Yeah.
All right. Well, that was this week's Gremlin countdown calendar. Next week we're gonna finish it up.
Next week we're gonna find Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan and the girl gremlin and the lightning gremlin and the spider. No, we already had the lightning gremlin. The spider gremlin. It's gonna be
gargoyle gremlin.
the gargoyle gremlin, and
Which is just the bat gremlin covered in cement.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Tune in.
Oh, is
next week.
Grandpa Munster gonna be in there? Is Christopher Lee?
Christopher Lee. I would hope so, but he's not gonna be. It's all gremlins. It's all gremlins or gremlin eggs with goo. But I think we already got the two because the two big ones had the goo pouch. Goo. Not to quote Invader Zim, but the goo. All right. Well, let's see what else is going on. What's going on with you guys? There's not a whole lot of movies going on. We talked about Wonder Woman 1984. That's coming out. We told you our holiday plans. A producer, what are you doing? You're over there. You're awfully quiet today. Are you looking at your cryptocurrency wallet? Like, what's up?
I was looking at other things. Yeah, not much going on.
Real exciting stuff from the producer this week.
I mean, I've watched a few movies in the past few weeks here and there. But
Well,
He's just been doing push-ups and exercises.
Velvet Santa did just point out something that we didn't mention at the top of the show. As excited as everyone is about Mandalorian and everything that's going on in it right now,
and then the new Boba Fett series, and you know what? Everybody's excited about
the
how that
book of Boba Fett.
Get out of here with that. If you rewind in previous episodes of the Drive-in Speakerbox, back when Mandalorian season 2 had just been announced after the first episode or the first season of Mandalorian started, I was like, look, this is just a pilot for more Boba Fett content, because everybody automatically just all of a sudden has a hard on for Boba Fett, and watch this is just going to turn into the Boba Fett show, if not a springboard for a Boba Fett show. And they're like, don't know.
10 or 11 years ago, that was the entire idea, that there was going to be a Boba Fett show.
Here it is.
Before Disney was like, we see what you're doing, Lucasfilm. We hate all of it. It's gone. 1313? No, gone forever.
Wasn't Boba Fett like a recurring character in the Star Wars Droids cartoon? I think he was.
I have no idea. But I know that his first appearance was animated in the Star Wars Christmas special. How about
was in that as well.
Christmas, y'all. Wookiee Life Day. But Velvet Santa pointed out that the original actor that played Boba Fett did pass away.
Because he saw the season finale of Mandalorian and he died. Because, everybody's like, it was the coolest, most obvious bit of fan service that anybody could have ever done in the history of Star Wars crap.
Cooties.
It was the greatest. I didn't say cooties, I said greatest. No. So, Blondie Darko asks, are you guys not interested in Pixar Soul?
I don't have Disney Plus.
Yeah, I'm going to try and watch it, but I don't have Disney Plus, so I'm not going to go subscribe to a whole month long of a service just to watch one movie. If it was available in a theater, I'd go see it tomorrow.
Yeah, he was super excited about it, but that's something that once it became Disney Plus only kind of a thing, it just really kills the excitement to know that you have to go subscribe to Disney Plus.
So can I do a spoiler here with the I mean, everybody has the internet. It's been several days. Can I tell you what happened in the season finale of The Mandalorian? I mean, I know you're not going to watch it.
No, I have, dude. It's zero interest.
All right,
Velvet Santa pointed out that I have Tubi, PAX TV, and you forgot that I still have my Quibi subscription. So
you still have Quibi?
No, I never got it.
I've got Crackle Premium.
That's not a thing, is it?
I don't know.
Crackle's already commercial free. I mean, you get the little commercial blocks. You can watch a bunch of Godzilla movies because it's Sony, and they got them Toho rights.
I'm watching Voodoo. Isn't that Walmart's? Didn't Walmart buy that?
Walmart bought it, yeah.
But they resold it. They resold the brand recently.
Oh,
it was theirs.
They did change that recently, but it's a digital library, bro. A lot of the times you buy a movie, it comes with a free copy on Vudu. You just have to register within 2 months.
And now that they've changed hands, you don't get that free copy anymore. Even though you were like, I'm going to buy this physical product because it says it has an extra copy that I can watch wherever I want, even in case. But now you can't.
I've always lost the sticker and never got the digital copy.
Well, for those of you that don't care about spoilers, keep your ears plugged. For those of you that do, 3, 2, 1, earmuffs. Luke Skywalker is in the last episode of The Mandalorian, and it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And everybody else, yes, he comes
CG.
Yes, and he comes cruising in on his fucking X-wing. And as soon as I saw that X-wing, I was like, Jesus Christ, he's got a 46-year-old X-wing. He is the savior of the Empire. Why are you driving that beat-up old swamp-soaked jalopy? Pretty sure you know. I know that they want to make spaceships.
How many
characters?
How many years after Return of the Jedi is supposed to take place?
Like 20.
And he's still flying around on X-wing.
Well, and that's the problem that I'm having with a lot of these shows is they're trying. Like, I get it. The Millennium Falcon is a character. The Death Star is a character. But now they're trying to turn Slave One into a character, and Luke's X-wing into a character, and TIE fighters into characters. It's like, guys.
Well, they did that with Slave One with the action figures, and then they brought it back for episode 2 and 3.
Still, it's like, you know, if you're trying to wrap your mind around this universe and try and take it at least somewhat seriously, even though it is fantasy, I get it. But something I've always said on the show, in 15 years I've been doing this, is adhere to the rules of the universe of which you create. If you're going to suspend my disbelief, make sure it operates into the confounds of the restrictions that you set upon yourself.
Disney didn't create the universe. They're using it.
But my point is, like, if you're going to create a universe that has structure, adhere to the structure of the universe. Like if you establish that people can eat boogers and live for 100 years, it's like, okay, well, and they live for 100 years and they eat their boogers. I got it, I believe it. But if one guy lives for 300 years, I'm like, well, I don't believe it, because clearly you've established that boogers make you only live 100 years. And it's just something stupid that I really, really hate. And if Luke freaking Skywalker, destroyer of 2 Death Stars, defeater of the Empire,
he didn't destroy the second Death Star. Lando did.
Well, I mean,
Lando and Nien Nunb
he led the Resistance.
and Wedge.
It was, and Antilles and Nien Nunb and the gang and
Hey, whoa! What are you doing hating on my boy Nien Nunb right now? That's my dog right there.
I was doing the Nien Nunb laugh. It's like, no time for laughing, Nien Nunb. We're in the middle of the Death Star. But my problem is
Nien Nunb is my homeboy.
Like this X-wing was nothing special. It was the X-wing that they were like, what was it? Is it not Grand Moff Tarkin? What's her?
Peter Cushing?
No. The chick,
Mara Jade?
No.
Leia?
No, she was the leader of the Republic, and she and she was just like, oh, a lot of people died getting us this plan. Mon Mothma. I knew it was a M something, not Moth, but Mon. But Mon Mothma, she's all like, all right, Luke, if you're gonna run this thing, here, go get one of the X-wings out of the garage. And Luke gets up there and he's like, oh, you gonna stick around, Han? Oh, well, ka-choop! And he flies off in generic ass X-wing number whatever the hell it was. And he flies off and he's like, well, guess it's mine now, so I'm gonna go take it to Dagobah and crash it in a freaking swamp ocean for a month. And then Yoda's like, I guess you have no other ways of getting out, so I'm gonna get this space jalopy out of this.
Size matters not, bro.
It doesn't. But then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep driving this beat up old hunk of junk around. And then he's like, I'm Luke freaking Skywalker. Hey, you want a cooler ship than that beat up old ass? Nah, dude. I'm gonna keep cruising around and drop. And he's just like cruising.
I feel like you're attacking Nien Nunb again right now.
No. But this just get out of here, number one, with that stupid X-wing, and then get out of here with that CGI'd Princess Leia plastic face crap. It's like you could have put anybody else in the role of training this little baby Yoda kid, which if you're following any of the pre-existing canon that has been set by Disney, then baby Yoda gets murked up hard like in about 10 years because all of Luke's Padawans get sabered up. But I know that just having Luke Skywalker there just throws trash can fire all to everything that we've already been established by Disney's own freaking universe, and it makes me so mad.
I like how Logan said X-wing go brr.
Yeah, it's the Subaru of X-wings.
Hey, whoa. Hey, Velvet Santa pointed out that Luke, while not helping destroy the second Death Star, they said that he just went, Father, please. That's not what Luke did. He reestablished the humanity and the light within Vader, and he helped him cross back from the dark side path to defeat the Emperor and bring balance to a force. There was so much to it. Watch Return of the Jedi. What's wrong with you? And then Vince said,
this, don't you?
Yeah, dude, that story was really funny. Vince said that I could write a War and Peace length book about Star Wars and Star Trek characters he's never heard of. I mean, maybe so.
Probably so. But, okay, so my point is, I was really not happy with the end of The Mandalorian because,
what happened to this Jedi Master spinoff show we were talking about last week?
Well, why does everything have to go down this black hole vortex of the Skywalker bloodline? It makes the Star Wars universe microscopic. You're talking about all these planets and all these galaxies and all this.
Well, who's cooler than Luke?
No, I get it. Luke's awesome, but if you're trying to look outside the walls of the characters of the Skywalker lineage, and then you go, hey, we've done 2 seasons of this show that is. I mean, I'm not going to say I love The Mandalorian, but it's standing alone on its own 2 feet without having anything to do with Skywalkers. And then Luke freaking Skywalker himself rolls up and goes, guess what? Show's about me now, buttholes. And
I just thought about 10 characters way cooler than Luke. But Luke's still cool. Velvet Santa said that Luke should have broken into Jedi rocks.
Yeah.
Unite.
Jedi Rocks is, hey, dude, Lopty Neck forever.
Lopty Neck is the jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lopty Neck rules.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. Max Rebo with his big old sausage fingers. Just
Oh, dude. Lopty Neck was the best. And Jedi Rocks, get out of here with that garbage. You don't putting Sny Snoodles as a background singer? No! That's the lead vocals right there. The little lipstick on the end of that little snoodle. Dude, get me started.
yeah. How's Ola supposed to get her dance on when you got Jedi Rocks playing instead of Lopty Neck? No wonder Jabba was like, to the pit. I'm done with it. I hate this song.
Feed him to the Rancor. What's the name of the guy who was the Rancor trainer, the fat guy that
Titty
cried?
Man.
I was just wondering if you knew his name.
No, I can't. Dude, if you give me a couple minutes, I could probably remember, but I don't remember. I just remember that he had like him and that real big woman in Jabba's like main room. Both had like 5 sets of tits running down him, and he blubbered like a big old baby when the Rancor died. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Where's the spinoff with the witches that ride Rancors on the moon adjacent to the indoor moon that we see in Return of the Jedi?
I don't know.
Who knew about that? That's a thing. Witches that ride Rancors just go run wild on Ewoks for fun because they're evil.
That was in one of the Ewok movies, wasn't it?
I don't think you get to see it. Maybe in the cartoon, but I don't think you get to see it in any of the movies. No, you don't see it in either of the movies.
Vince says Malakili was his name.
There you go.
So we got some Googling going on there. But yeah, I just the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian.
The Rancor trainer was Orson Welles.
I'm just I honestly I thought I was like, it's going to be something completely dumb, like they're going to resurrect Mace Windu because they already have Sam Jackson under super contract from the MCU, and they might as well just go, hey, guess what, you're going to be Mace Windu again, and put the plastic CGI on your face just like we did in Marvel, Captain Marvel.
Why would they need to do that when it takes place like 40 years after he's
honestly,
supposed to be dead?
exactly. And then but to have Luke Skywalker.
Also, how would you explain that?
Jedi Knight.
Mace Windu, like the second strongest council member of the Jedi Order when it fell. He's just been hanging out, not doing dick for 40 years. No.
Well, and that's how I felt about the return of Boba Fett. He comes back when his armor was literally like one shanty town away from where he was bunkered down for 20-something years.
He's like, it's been there the whole time?
Yeah, and he's like been stalking like a nincompoop Timothy Oliphant who's not even a Mandalorian, just wearing the helmet to scare people, and instead of getting it because it was so important to him, then he waits until like our guy comes and gets the armor and then goes halfway across the galaxy. He's like, no, it's the most important thing to me ever. It belongs to my daddy's daddy. And God! Just crap. It's just doo-doo crap.
Is the Mandalorian really 20-something years after, though? I thought it was just 5 or 6 years after Return of the Jedi.
It's ambiguous. I think
that's important.
It's a lot of ambiguity where because the Empire has fallen.
Kyle Katarn show.
The Empire has fallen, but there's still a lot of Empire still left, trying to rise to power, and there has been some time passed, obviously, because there's a lot of New Republic stuff that's happened, and stuff that would have taken a little bit longer than a handful of years. And I don't know. There's parts that I like about it, and then there's just there's just parts, and then including like Kevin Smith's like rant about all the people that died on the Death Star. You remember Kevin Smith?
About the workers?
Yeah.
Where they talk about that in Clerks, and they're like, what about all the people, like the contractors on the Death Star that were just there?
And they made reference to that in the next to last episode of Mandalorian, where this one dude was like, yeah, how many people you think died on that Death Star? I served on the Death Star. Did you ever think about that? And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I did because I watched Clerks, you butthole. And
did you help direct it to the sea so that Rey could use a key to find the shape of the Death Star and know where to go look?
Oh, you mean in Goonies, Star Wars edition?
Holocron butthole key and see herself with a double popsicle lightsaber? Fucking stupid.
What happened, guys?
What happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened.
Can we just get the show? Can we get an Aunt Beru cooking show?
Oh,
where she just
with evaporators?
Yeah, she just puts weird vegetables in the.
And then she just talks. She's like, "Oh, young Luke loves milk," and then
He loves that green milk.
It jumps to Luke sucking the teat of that walrus.
Mm-hmm. That's
just chugging on
Amberoo!
walrus teety.
Amberoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Abrams happened, man.
I don't know. Mandalorian,
Wikipedia
dude.
says that Malakili was only 211 pounds.
I'm heavier than Malakili. I don't believe that because I only got 2 sets of titties. I only got 2 titties, not 4.
How tall was this dude? Was he Ewok size?
Yeah, he
because
was
there's
like
no way.
3'1".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that no, no, don't. No. That makes me sad.
Hold on. Velvet Santa said, after all this, we still don't have a Last Starfighter sequel. No, you don't need any more Last Starfighter. It's perfect. You hit the Death Blossom. You get it one time. Leave it alone. What's the name of the dude in the limo?
Centauri.
Yeah.
Yeah. He comes out and he's like, you know, and he's got the eyeballs and he like wipes them and it's like, you've been chosen to defend the Arctic Empire from the forces of the evil Blurg.
What's the name of the leather skin guy in the ship when?
The turtle head dude?
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Yeah.
And he has like all the little pictures of his family, like, and he's showing them. And the dude's like, fire. And he has like that weird like mace with the hook on it. Dude, I love Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter's good. Some things are perfect. Like Last Starfighter, Galaxy Quest, don't touch them. They're good.
Dude, if you want some triumphant like music to listen to while you're in the gym, get the theme song to The Last Starfighter or the end credit song. Like it's like the last one. It's the extended version. Man, it bops.
Yeah. Also, you can see what it's like to have a life double of you that goes around a trailer park and
Assassinating people.
touches on your girlfriend for you.
Oh no, the assassin was the thing that had the eyeballs on the side of its head.
Yeah,
and it
that
was
came
like,
after
"Wah."
the body double. Because that's how they find out he's the doubles, because he gets like shot or whatever.
Because he has his head out on the table and
Yeah, and the little
he's
brother's like,
oh,
yeah. He's like, hey, go to bed. Yeah, because he's like having a nightmare or whatever. Yeah.
you're having a nightmare. Go to bed.
Yeah.
What was his name? Like Max.
Yeah, the little brother.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell Mom about your Playboys.
And he shuts the door real quick.
God, that movie's so good.
It's so good.
Oh man. Anyway, all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. Holidays are weird. We're gonna be going and seeing Scrooge. We're gonna try and keep the going to see a movie thing alive.
Yeah,
we gotta do it.
I'll see if maybe this weekend I can find a way to make it to sit through all 2.5 hours of Wonder Woman with Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, we'll see. But anyway, we'll be back next week, same time, Monday night, 8 o'clock. Download us wherever you get your podcasts, or you can watch the replay on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube. As always, I'm Bo, the Boom Operator.
I'm Jake the Grip.
Happy holidays.